Ever feel like your social circle is shrinking after 70 and wonder if that's okay? Spoiler, it is. Ditching the pressure to keep tons of friends can be freeing. Stay with me as we uncover 3 reasons why friendships aren't as crucial in your later years in Florida, and how embracing your own vibe can spark joy. In Florida's sunny retirement haven, we're told friends keep life vibrant. But as we hit 70, priorities shift. I saw this with my grandpa in Miami. He stopped chasing social invites and found peace in his own rhythm. This isn't about loneliness. It's about living on your terms. Let's explore 3 reasons why you don't need a big friend group after 70 and how to thrive solo in the Sunshine State. Step 1. No need to prove yourself. You're enough. Let's kick things off with a truth that hits home after 70. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone anymore. Back in your 30s or 50s, friendships were often a stage. You had to shine at Miami cocktail parties, impress colleagues at Tampa barbecues, or keep up with the crowd at a Key West festival just to feel like you belonged. It was all about validation, being liked, included, admired. But now, that game's over, and you're the one calling the shots. A 2022 study from the American Psychological Association says seniors who let go of seeking social approval cut their stress levels by 20%. Freeing up energy for what really matters. In Florida's laid-back retirement communities, where life's about sunsets and stories, your worth isn't measured by how many invites you get. It's in a life you've lived, the legacy you've built under these palm trees. I saw this shift with my neighbor Harold, a 73-year-old who retired to Tampa after decades climbing the corporate ladder. Harold was a guy always hosting, always calling old work buddies to keep the gang tight. He'd plan lunches, send texts, chase those connections like they defined him. But last year, he noticed something those friends rarely called back. He'd show up to a restaurant, only to hear excuses or silence. It stung, and he wondered if he was losing his charm. Over a beer at a local dive bar, he told me, "I'm tired of running after people." That's when it clicked. He didn't need their nods to enjoy his morning coffee or tend his tomato garden. Harold stopped chasing. He skipped the forced small talk and started saying no to plans that felt like work. A 2023 University of Florida study says seniors who prioritize self-acceptance over external validation feel 25% more content. Harold's now happier digging in his dirt than chasing likes. Here's the deal. Nobody's going to hand you a gold star for ditching the need to impress, but the signs are all around you. Those group chats that buzz with gossip, they don't define you. The neighbor in the villages who brags about their packed social calendar, their approval's not your trophy. After 70, you've seen enough to know your value comes from within. Your stories, your resilience, your quiet moments watching a Naples sunset. Push and keep friendships that thrive on status or habit only drains you. Picture this. You're on a shaded porch in St. Pete Beach, sipping iced tea, flipping through old photos, no phone pinging with demands. You're not proving a thing, just living for you, free as a gull over the Gulf. That's not loneliness, that's power. Ever wonder how light you'd feel without the weight of others' opinions? You don't need to host the next big barbecue or RSVP to every event. Harold started small. He ignored texts that felt like obligations and spent those hours on his garden or reading by the bay. He gnawed politely at acquaintances but didn't linger for their praise. He even started a journal, jotting down what made him happy. A pelican diving, a good cigar. Want to try it? Say no to one social plan this week that doesn't spark joy. Swap a group outing for a solo walk by Miami's shore. Focus on a hobby, maybe painting or fishing. That's just for you. These aren't selfish moves. They're like telling the world, I'm enough right here in Florida's glow. What's one thing you could skip this week to live a little more for yourself? Step 2, peace trumps socializing. Quiet is golden. Let's talk about a shift that feels like a gift after 70. Peace starts to mean more than socializing. In your younger days, life was a whirlwind. Packed happy hours in Miami, loud barbecues in the villages, or endless group chats buzzing with plans. Being around people felt like the heartbeat of a good life. But now, as you settle into Florida's slower rhythm, something changes. The quiet moments, a morning coffee alone, a sunset walk by the Gulf, start to feel richer than any crowded party. A 2023 University of Florida study says seniors who embrace solitude over constant socializing report 25% higher life satisfaction. Friendships, even the best ones, come with strings. Phone calls to return, invites to accept, drama to dodge. Why trade your calm for that when you can bask in a stillness that's as warm as a Key West breeze? I saw this with Margaret, a 74-year-old who moved to Sarasota for its beaches and laid-back vibe. Margaret used to be the queen of social calendars, weekly lunches, book clubs, group trips to Tampa's art fairs. But last year, she started feeling weighed down. The same old gossip, the repetitive complaints, the pressure to show up with a smile, all felt like a chore. She'd come home from a fun outing exhausted, craving silence. One evening, over a glass of wine at a local cafe, she told me, "I'm done with the noise." So she started saying no. No to draining lunches. No to group texts that didn't spark joy. Instead, she walked siesta key at dawn, read mysteries in her condo, or sit by the water with just her thoughts. A 2022 study from the National Institute on Aging says cutting social overload can lower anxiety in seniors by 20%. Margaret's not lonely. She's found her peace. Here's the thing. Nobody's going to cheer you on for choosing quiet over chaos. Your old friends in Naples might raise an eyebrow when you skip their card game. Your kids in Miami might worry you're withdrawing. But those moments alone, watching pelicans dive or sipping tea in your Tampa garden, aren't empty. They're full of you. Socializing often means managing expectations, keeping up with gossip, nodding through complaints, or faking energy you don't have. After 70, you've earned the right to say, "Not today." Picture this. You're in a cozy St. Pete Beach nook, the world hushed, a good book open, no phone pinging with demands. The only sound is the rustle of palms outside. That's not isolation, it's freedom, as golden as a Florida sunrise. Ever wonder how much lighter you'd feel embracing your own quiet? You don't need to ghost everyone or become a hermit. Margaret started small. She politely declined invites that felt like work and stopped answering every text right away. She carved out solo rituals, a morning walk, an hour with a novel, a quiet coffee at a Key West cafe. She even set her phone to do not disturb during her sacred evening hours. Want to try it? Say no to one social plan this week that doesn't excite you. Swap a group outing for a solo stroll by Naples Pier. Start a calming habit, like reading or listening to soft music in your condo. These aren't selfish choices. They're like telling your soul, you deserve peace under Florida's stars. What's one small way you could choose calm over the social hustle this week? Step 3. True companionship comes from within. You are enough. Let's wrap up with a truth that can change how you see yourself after 70. The best companion you'll ever have is you. For years, we're taught that happiness means a big circle of friends. The more people at your Naples barbecue or the village's golf game, the better. But after 7 decades of living, loving, and learning, you know yourself better than anyone. That self-awareness is a superpower. A 2021 National Institute on Aging study says seniors who embrace self-reliance feel 30% more fulfilled, finding joy in their own thoughts and passions. In Florida's slow, sunny days, where life's about savoring moments, you don't need a crowd to feel whole. Your own heart, seasoned by years of stories, is the truest friend you'll ever need, as warm and steady as a Key West sunrise. I saw this with Eleanor, a 76-year-old artist in St. Pete Beach. Eleanor used to pack her days with friends, coffee dates, group walks, endless phone calls, because she feared being left out. But it wore her down. She'd adjust her mood to fit conversations, laugh at jokes she didn't get, and come home drained, feeling like she was performing. One day, over a smoothie at a local cafe, she told me, "I'm tired of being who they expect." So she flipped the script. She stopped filling her calendar and started spending time with herself, like she would a dear friend. She painted in her studio, journaled by the Gulf, took solo trips to Orlando's markets. A 2023 University of Florida study says cultivating self-companionship boosts mental clarity in seniors by 25%. Eleanor's not lonely. She's her own best buddy, glowing brighter than a Miami sunset. Here's the kicker. Nobody's going to tell you to be your own friend. Society pushes socializing. Join this club, call that pal, as if solitude's a curse. But those quiet moments in your Tampa condo, sketching or listening to the waves, aren't empty. They're rich with you. Friendships often come with pressure to entertain, to validate, to show up. After 70, you've earned the right to say, I'm enough. Picture this. You're in a cozy Miami nook, a canvas in front of you, painting the palm trees outside. No one's waiting for a text. No one's expecting a call. You're lost in your own world, smiling at your own brushstrokes. That's not isolation. It's a love letter to yourself, as vibrant as Florida's coral reefs. Ever wonder how free you'd feel being your own best friend? You don't need to cut everyone off or swear off company. Eleanor started small. She carved out 1 hour a day for herself, painting or writing without interruption. She'd visit a cafe alone, savoring her coffee. No need to chat. She let go of friendships that felt like work, keeping only the effortless ones. Want to try it? Start a solo hobby, gardening, journaling, or even birdwatching by Naples Pier. Spend 15 minutes a day reflecting, maybe by a Tampa lake. No phone. Say no to plans that don't light you up. These aren't lonely steps. They're like telling your soul, you're my favorite company under Florida's stars. When you love your own vibe, the right people, family, a true pal, find you naturally, no chasing needed. What's one small way you could hang out with yourself this week and love every second of it? No need for validation, craving peace, finding joy in yourself. These show friends aren't everything after 70. What's one way you'll embrace your own company? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear. If this resonated, give a thumbs up and subscribe for more Florida senior tips. Share with a friend in Miami or the Villages who's ready to live free. And let's chat in the comments. See you next time.